Detective Mike Brown rubbed his tired eyes as he stared at the evidence spread across his desk. February 14th had started like any other Valentine's Day, but it had quickly turned into one of the strangest cases of his career. It all began when Mrs. Roberts, the owner of the most famous jewelry store in town, called the police station in panic. Her most valuable item, a rare pink diamond necklace worth $500,000, had disappeared. The strange part was that the security cameras showed no break-in. All doors and windows were locked, and the alarm system hadn't been triggered. "Tell me again what happened," Mike said to Mrs. Roberts, who sat nervously in his office. She was a well-dressed woman in her 50s, twisting a pearl bracelet around her wrist. "I put the necklace in the main display case last night before closing. This morning, when I opened the store, everything looked normal. But when I checked the display case, the necklace was gone." Her voice shook. "That necklace was supposed to be sold today. Mr. Thompson ordered it specially for his wife's Valentine's gift." Mike walked through the store, examining every inch. The security guard, Tom Wilson, had been on duty all night. He swore nobody had entered or left the building. The security footage backed up his story. The store remained empty all night. But something caught Mike's eye. Near the display case, he noticed tiny pieces of pink glitter on the floor. Following the trail, he discovered more glitter leading to the store's back office. Mrs. Roberts said only she and her assistant, Jenny, had access to that room. When questioned, Jenny seemed nervous. She was young, probably in her mid-20s, and kept looking at her phone. "I was just organizing papers last night before leaving," she said. "I didn't go near the display case." Mike noticed a fresh cut on Jenny's hand. When asked about it, she claimed she got it from paper cuts. But Mike had been a detective long enough to know there was more to the story. He decided to check the security footage again, this time focusing on the days before the theft. That's when he noticed something odd. Every evening that week, Jenny had stayed late, supposedly doing paperwork. But on the security footage, she spent a lot of time studying the display case. Mike also discovered that Jenny had recently been rejected for a loan to start her own business. The timing was suspicious, but something still didn't add up. How did the necklace disappear without any signs of theft? The display case wasn't broken, and the lock wasn't picked. The answer came from an unexpected source. While examining the back office again, Mike found a Valentine's card hidden behind a filing cabinet. Inside was a message. "My darling, sorry about the cut. The key copy wasn't perfect, but it worked. Meet me at midnight. T." Mike smiled. The puzzle pieces were falling into place. He called Mrs. Roberts and Tom Wilson back to his office. "The necklace disappeared because it was an inside job," Mike announced. "Tom, you gave Jenny access to the store after hours, didn't you? You two are dating. You helped her make a copy of the display case key, but the rough edges cut her hand." Tom's face turned pale. Jenny, who was also present, burst into tears. "Jenny needed money for her business," Mike continued. "You thought you could sell the necklace and split the money." The glitter from the necklace's box left a trail when Jenny moved it to her bag. "You planned to meet at midnight to arrange the sale." Under pressure, Jenny and Tom confessed. The necklace was hidden in Jenny's apartment, still in perfect condition. Mr. Thompson would get his Valentine's gift after all, though a bit late. As Mike watched the police take Jenny and Tom away, he couldn't help but feel a bit sad. Love had made them do something foolish, and now they would spend this Valentine's Day and many more apart. Mrs. Roberts thanked him profusely. "Detective Brown, you're amazing. How did you solve it so quickly?" Mike smiled, picking up the Valentine's card that had cracked the case. Sometimes, Mrs. Roberts, love leaves the most obvious clues. Even criminals can't help being romantic on Valentine's Day. Later that evening, as Mike finished his report, he added the Valentine's card to the evidence box. Another case solved, though this one had a bittersweet ending. As he turned off his office light, he thought about how love could make people do crazy things, even turn honest people into thieves on Valentine's Day. The pink diamond necklace was returned to the store, and Mr. Thompson surprised his wife with it the next day. As for Jenny and Tom, they learned the hard way that some Valentine's gifts come at too high a price. Detective Mike Brown filed the case away, knowing that in his line of work, even the most romantic day of the year could hide mysteries waiting to be solved.